Our next segment is about one local school's mission to bring high-tech education to its students. Please welcome Mary Rose Guerin, head of school at Forest Ridge School of Sacred Heart, and Jonathan Delgado, the school's digital learning and innovation specialist. Thank you both for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Mary Rose, I want to start with you.
Sure.
What are the benefits of giving students early access to these STEM opportunities, and how is it also helping bridge the gender gap, would you say?
Yeah, great question. So we know that since the COVID-19 pandemic, that gender gap is actually widening in STEM instead of closing. And that's both at a national and local level. And so one of the things we know is really important to closing that gap is giving early access to hands-on exploratory STEM opportunities to girls so that they can position themselves as doers and makers instead of just passive learners. And so it's really important that they have opportunities to have fun and get their hands messy and see how math, science, and technology can be fun and engaging, and that they can see themselves as scientists.
Incredible. Jonathan, I want to get to you.
Yeah.
How does learning these two tools help students make a positive impact?
Yeah, great question. So everything we do in tech and innovation ties back to the heart of the school and to our mission, right? To empower our girls to be purposeful leaders and creative thinkers. So we always think of how can we use technology to help others, right? So we have this umbrella theme of tech for good in everything we do. For example, in our robotics class, they might build a robot to help people in distress situations, like a rescue bot, for example, or program a drone to find people who are lost in the woods and things like that. So we always tie it back to a good purpose. So girls have that authentic challenge to see technology.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And I understand you have a special innovation lab too at Forest Ridge. What can you tell me about that?
Yeah, it is a great space. We have a lot of very fancy tools there, like laser cutters and 3D printers and 3D pens and robots and a lot of different sensors that girls can use to create their own smart homes and smart devices. We learn about machine learning in that space as well. And going back to the concept of tech for good, we use them to teach students how to use the tools as a tool to make a positive impact, starting with our community.
And I want to talk about some of these amazing items that you have in your hands and next to you. So these are actual students that made what you have. Explain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, so they're just different courses. We have offerings from 5th through 12th grade. And for example, in 5th grade, we have a coding class where they learn the basics and the language of technology they're going to be using throughout their technology journey. And when they get to 12th grade, they are equipped with the skills of critical thinking, of building tools from scratch, because we see students as creators of technology as opposed to just consumers. So that's kind of what we're aiming for. And we provide them with these tools to experiment and explore and see that failure is just part of the learning process.
Yeah, so are you holding a robot, and then what's like the house like?
Yeah, so this is a smart home device.
Smart home, okay.
Right, so it works, you can open the doors and close them with motions. It has motion sensors. When it gets hot, the fan might turn on, for example. So it's just a way for them to explore, how can I apply a sensor? How can I apply what I have learned in a smart home? So it's just a tool, again.
That is fantastic. Oh my gosh, I would have loved to have like a hands-on experience like this in school. How does this help, prepare the students to not just for the next grade, but for future in STEM and having this as a real career?
Yeah, so we use design thinking a lot when we're building because we provide them with the opportunity to find a person to work for at school. We use our community as a resource, right? So the campus is an extension of the classroom. So we really prepare them to go out and find people to work for, to create things for, create a solution. Could be a very small desk decoration or something more useful. They go and find that person. It starts with empathy, create an interview and questions for them to kind of really define what the problem is, and then start iterating different prototypes and create a solution for them. So that way, I think it's very important and very impactful for them because it prepares them to think critically and think about others and design with empathy when they are creating solutions. And that's something that they will need for the real world, right? So we're trying to prepare them not just for college careers, but for daily lives and how to tackle problems through thinking critically and creatively.
Definitely. And Mary Rose, what else do you want people to know about Forest Ridge before we wrap up?
Well, Forest Ridge is an incredible school in Bellevue. We serve girls in 5th through 12th grade, and it's a space that really is designed for how girls learn best. So when we think about STEM and technology and what the offerings are that we want to give girls access to, we're really designing our curriculum and programs around what the girls need to be successful. And so it's this unique place that is positioned perfectly to not only offer the curricular offerings necessary to close that gap, but also the environment that's necessary to close that gap. Our girls leave us feeling confident and creative and empowered, and I think that we're a really special place that
Definitely
can do that for girls in a really authentic and meaningful way.
Amazing. Thank you both for being here, and thanks for bringing those props. That was awesome.
Thanks
and
for
for
having
more
us.
information about Forest Ridge, just visit the website that you see right there on your screen. That's forestridge.org.
New Day Northwest is sponsored by Forest Ridge School of the Sacred Heart.